The vision of Piyush Pandit is to take education to students, and not students to education, for the betterment of society. He has just one dream: no child should be deprived of education. To fulfill the dream, he has worked 24/7, and the dream came into reality in the form of International Internship University. Through his concerted efforts, Piyush Pandit has made the education so facile through IIU, that the learner from any corner of the world, from any university or college, can avail it, as per their needs and comfort, at a very nominal rate. International Internship University is building a better and brighter future for all young learners, and is committed to providing quality, skill-based, affordable, accessible and location-independent education to all the young learners of the globe, by providing internship opportunities. International Internship University is metamorphosing the conventional education system, by cutting down the additional costs and providing access to more than 1,000+ courses and internships to their e-learners. Across 195 countries and 6 continents, throughout the year with over 150 virtual offices around the world. IIU has been accredited and affiliated with the World Education Organization, WEO, and International Accreditation Organization, IAO, and collaborated with all the world's top universities and educational institutions. Through the platform of MOOC, massive open online courses, with the aim of promoting internships and making modern education easy, accessible and affordable. IIU provides honorary degree, master's degree, graduate degree, certificate and diploma courses, professional education, customized programs, free courses, sustainable development goals courses, non-academic courses, blockchain technology learning lab and many more. The entire curriculum of the IIU is skill-based on the ethos of high academics, with the help of MOOC technology. Our country directors are constantly bonding with the corporate sector worldwide, whether it's MNCs or international job providers. This is done not only to benefit the students of that particular country, but also to benefit the schools or colleges which are affiliated to us. All the students and colleges will be given the support like online training, virtual knowledge exchange, internship opportunities worldwide, placement assistance. IIU is committed to providing stress-free education, with internship and entrepreneurship opportunities, without any financial burden on the learners and their family members. International Internship University, after its inception in Australia, India has become the main hub of its operations. Mr. Piyush Pandit, co-founder and COO of IIU, India, and chairman of Swarna Bharat Parivar. Piyush Pandit concocted the world's first internship university, the International Internship University. The world's first virtual university that emplaces internships as preeminent precedents. Piyush Pandit had a dream to provide idea of free education to learners across the world from the year 2017. After 2 years of continuous hard work and efforts, the research about the establishment of International Internship University has been completed in the year 2019. In 2020, IIU received the Certificate of Grant Innovation Patent, Australia under the Patent Act 1990. Innovation Patent Certification from WIPO Proof, ISO Certified 9001, 2005 and IAO accredited. International Internship University is duly registered in 2021 by Certificate, Section 60. Further, IIU has been registered in India and USA. International Internship University has formed various councils to address specific issues faced by students, youths, women, and in the field of education. International Student Development Council. Objective of this council is to help, guide, and motivate the students. The council is made to ensure that the voice of the students is not suppressed. Building a sense of community is the essence of the International Student Development Council. International Youth Development Council. is formed with the objective of improving the lives of children and adolescents by meeting their basic physical, developmental, and social needs and by helping them to build the competencies needed to become successful adults. IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council recognizes the incredible skills possessed by a woman, respects their self-worth, and intertwines it with entrepreneurial skills to give a woman the power to create magic, magniloquence, and money with her skill sets. IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council is giving an opportunity to every woman on this globe to witness the uncultivated talents within her, to be the successful women entrepreneur. International Council for Educators recognizes the contribution of educators all over the world in the field of education, and encourages them to be a part of it and to change the lives of many more by imparting quality education and spreading knowledge worldwide. IIU is for everyone. Whatever you covet to be, whatever you crave to do, whatever you yearn to study, without any financial stress.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all respected dignitaries of IIU, distinguished speakers, honorable participants, and the loving audience present here from all around the globe. I'm Miss Nada Ratkovic, Country Director from Croatia, IIU board member. Welcome you to our third day of workshop product design by IIU, the first global virtual university offering quality, accessible, location independent, and skill based education around in all areas. I welcome all you today here. I welcome our great trainer, Christina Schkaler, Education Ambassador from Croatia. I will introduce, and it's my honor to introduce the team of IIU, the strong support of IIU, who are working consistently to achieve the vision and mission of IIU by bringing the new era of education all over the globe. The inspiration of IIU, Sri Dandi Swamiji Maharaj, and his blessings and his guidance in every endeavor of IIU are stimulating. Our trustees of IIU, Dr. Roshni Lal, Ms. Anju Pandit, our visionary co-founder and CEO of IIU, Mr. Piyush Pandit, the man behind the success of IIU. Other co-founders of IIU, Mr. Stephen, co-founder from Australia, Dr. Alisa White, co-founder from United States of America, Mona Anja, co-founder from Indonesia. Our board members of IIU, Ms. Corina Sujda, our vice chancellor of IIU, Ms. Nada Ratkovic, me, Ms. Ermina Pekan, country director from Romania, Mr. Luftanto Yuda Pamugas, country director, Indonesia, Dr. Prachi Gaur, country director, India, president, human resource and training of IIU. Dr. Snita Kadam, President, Academs Global and IIU Research Center, India. Our advisory council, Dr. Pratibha Mishra from India, Dr. Mathur from India, Dr. Parin Samani from India, Dr. Vijay Kumar Shah, and Dr. Shashi Kumar. Our respected professor, Dr. Chaplain General Aboria Usha Charles, our continent head from Africa, IIU, country director, Nigeria. What a pleasure to introduce what a pleasure to introduce the team of IIU. You all must be curious to know more about International Internship University. But now we will start first with our third workshop. And in the meantime, we will also present some new things. By yesterday, we have a launching of IIU TV. Dear Christina, please, the IIU stage is yours and you can start your third workshop today on the topic design. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you to all. Thank you to all participants. Thank you, organization. Thank you, Nada, for invitation for this workshop. I'm going to start third day of our workshop. I will translate in lecture, and I prepare what we are make for today. And wait a minute, just share. Thank you. And today is this. This is our working, what we want to work in product design. The first day was introduction. The third day is it was something about how research the market. What is your specific target and what you want? And today we will speak about something about drawing and how to make from drawing good prototype. And that is our the task for today. What we are made in this first day, we are waking our creativity. Here was waking growing potential. Here we are practice graphomotoric. Here in this part, we are growing our potential. Okay, here when we are research market, what is on the research on the market? What can we buy for that price? What is our specific target? When we are making this research, I said maybe woman digital nomad, that is more specific target. And when I speak that on the end of yesterday, because of that information, my mind map is something change inside, and that is developing process of product design. Because each time when you search internet, when you search what is the your competitors making, concurrence, etc., and when you search all these, you will find more information. And Nada asked me what is about author, which I take this picture. This pictures is mine, only mine as designer information, not for others, not for publish. That is research the market. I not pay for this information from Amazon, eBay or something. I just collect information for myself and don't sell to others. And because of that, it's correct to use all that information in internet. Thank you, Nada, for this amazing hint. And I will show something. Yes. Okay. Maybe I want to show what is the requirements of next step after market research, etc. And we will see now. Maybe do you see? Yes. The first day we made that activity for our hand, warm up. And
Hello my friends and welcome to another Tuesday of tutorial. I am Leonardo Perez Nieto and today we will do an exercise to improve drawing. And that is because the most common error for beginners and actually the most common error in drawing in general is that the drawings look stiff and the lines don't flow. So I will show you the best exercise I know to remedy this, so that your drawings look fluid. This error that I mentioned in many cases comes from making the lines too tight, or attempting to do a long line which is actually a series of short ones. This may also happen when attempting to make a curved line or a circle. I am exaggerating a little bit, but this type of lines don't look good and professional. Therefore, we should concentrate in practicing making long, fluid lines. Do the movements with your whole arm, not just from the wrist and fingers. To practice, I recommend drawing figures with this type of lines. It doesn't really matter what you draw. I'm just inventing this one as we go. The important thing is that your lines are continuous. They are not broken. The lines are nice and long. And let's add some holes, one on each side. But even these ellipses are with continuous movements. And I will shade the holes. The shading will be with short lines, but even these are from one end to the other. Don't stop in the middle, be decisive. Let's mark the cast shadow with one continuous line, and then shade it with the parallel lines, which is also part of the exercise. And I will darken the area of the shadow close to the object. Good, and we can add some more lines, as if it had an aperture or two, just to practice making more lines. Alright, let's get another one. Now a big curve here on the top, as if it were a dome or something. It really doesn't matter what you sketch. The important thing, again, is that your lines are continuous, that they are flowing, that you don't stop. I mean that you don't stop in the middle of a line. Let's make some in another direction, like this, and we can reinforce the base, sketch the cast shadow, and fill it in. Let's also shade the hole on top, like so. And I'll sketch something else over here, such as a glass or something like that, with two ellipses and then the sides. So simple, but clean. And just for practice, let's draw some planes. 1, 2, and 3. By doing this, soon you will feel how your hand starts loosening up. Now I will draw a shoe, with two ovals, the end, and then a line for the overall shape, with an oval on top. This of course is not a real shoe. I am making it up as we go. We are just practicing making continuous lines, like this. Good, now let's think about a futuristic vehicle. Very aerodynamic and with long continuous lines. Again, this doesn't need to make a lot of sense. What is important is that your lines are fluid, continuous, clean, not erratic. Let's shade the windshield, add an air intake, a flap or wing over here. Very good. Everything with loose, continuous lines. We can shade this, add something over here, and maybe we can redesign the lower part of it. I'm just playing around to practice making these smooth lines. I'll darken this further. Good, I think you get the idea. Let's just make one final little sketch over here of a yacht. Of course, it is important for these lines that you hold the pencil or pen softly, not tight. And as we mentioned, that you do the movement with your whole arm. I recommend doing these exercises daily for a few minutes, maybe as a warm-up before you draw, and you will very soon feel the difference.
That is important, what we are starting the Monday. And because of that, we are making our works, if you remember, this. We draw the line from top to bottom, horizontal, not like this, we move, and for 45 degrees. And we make grid, and I told you, please, can you coloring that parts here? That is fine dimension, very detailing, etc. And because of that, it's warming up our graphomotoric. And everybody in the world would, if they want to be designers, they have this first activity. This is the first normal sketches as a child, then graphomotorics, and then coloring, because our brain work with colors. And what next? Research the market. We will see what is the best requirements for when you start designing, before designing, what we are doing today. This first day, the first and the second day, was growing potential. In the 10 days, we are building our inner potential.
Designers, I am showing you the full industrial design process by designing a fan. I'm going to be going through all of the different phases of industrial design and taking you along with me. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to be going over the requirements, the constraints that we're going to need to stick to when designing this fan. All right, you ready guys? Let's begin. For the next video, Johnny, we're talking about project introductions. Remember when I had you design a car and I told you the things that it needed?
I want to do it again.
Yeah, we should. He's late again, like every single day. Oh, here he comes. Hey. Ooh, sorry about that. Designers, I'm a little late to work. Thank you all for showing up. Oh, it's no problem. So what are we doing today? One of our clients is asking for us to design them a fan. Oh, I've always wanted to design a fan. So what do we have to do? I'm gonna need you guys, best fan you can design. Yeah, a fan sounds really cool to design. So where is this gonna be? Is it gonna be a standalone fan? How big is it? How much is it gonna cost? Go ahead, shoo shoo. Start designing me a fan. Make it good and snappy. What are you guys still doing here? I told you guys to design me a fan. We're gonna need a little more information before we can actually start designing this fan. Oh my God, what I gotta do? Everything around here? Designers, every single product that's ever been made has been born in somebody's head, and it has to convert from that idea in the head to something that we can hold in our hands. And many times, a lot of these people that have these great ideas don't necessarily have this skills in order to create it. And that's what an industrial designer is here to help with. Unless you're designing a product all on your own, generally this is how the process works. Somebody is gonna have the idea and you're gonna have to execute it. This person can either be your boss, your professor if you're still a student, or your client if perhaps you're a freelancer or you own your own business, or it can be, like in my case, a product manager. There is a list of things that I like to ask the client or the boss or the product manager before I begin, still leaving things really broad enough to where I can come up with multiple solutions, but also have a direction that is clear. So guys, in this video, we're gonna be covering those things, and also we're gonna be jumping into the fan. I'll be defining what this fan needs to work within these constraints in order to achieve what we're looking for. Alright guys, I'm gonna go home now and mention this though. When you are still a student, generally the person that's assigning you a project is your professor. Your professor is coming from a different type of background than, let's say, somebody that's actually expecting to have this project be made. Your professor is trying to teach you and improve and learn some lessons of industrial design. The assignments that they give you is going to be catered exactly for that, which is different than, say, a product manager or a boss or a client who's really expecting this product to be real, manufacturable, and obviously really good. It's good to know this before we begin. If you're designing for a professor, for a class, in comparison to if you were designing a real world product from a boss or a client.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Dude, it's trying to come in here.
Can't let you in, buddy.
Got rabies, dude.
Alright, buddy, let me tell you about project introductions.
It's lost, it seems. You're sniffing.
See this box right here? Full of all of my old drawings and renderings and project briefs and notes and sketches of all of the work that I've done at Cal State Long Beach. I'm gonna go ahead, dig through this, but first I have to take it down. This thing weighs about 100 pounds, so doing it for you guys. Got it. Okay. Booyah, there's my logo. Love this. Matte with some hits of gloss. This is a nutrition lunchbox with a built-in pill case and a protein shaker. So project requirements: design a fully functioning lunchbox. So it could be any type of lunchbox. It doesn't have to be this workout one that I did, but that's the direction that I wanted to go. Let's move on. Must contain all parts of a lunchbox: hinges, locks, handles, etc. So these are the things that we have to think of on top of just the design. You know, it's like, okay, well, the design is, well, I want a lunchbox, I want to have some sort of a pill organizer, and I want to have some sort of a bottle shaker. This is just my idea. Not sure what it's gonna look like yet, but this is what I came up with. Give the lunchbox a theme or a specific purpose, as you guys can see, for the gym. And then produce multiple views, color studies, and a view of it opened up. Build in SolidWorks and rendered in KeyShot. You're going to be providing a lot of different views to show off different functions. So this one, as you guys can see, I provided one where the view is all opened up to show everything and how it all kind of works and comes together. Right here is my color study. You could have a white and silver hit one. Again, I really like the matte with a hint of kind of metal glossy kind of hits. Gives a really good look and punch to your products. This is the normal one, the black on gray silverish one, and then also black on red, because who doesn't love black and red? And then here's a close-up of the pill case. So what you do is these clip on and then you could just pop them up. There's the hero shot. Everything is shut. This is what you would normally see on an everyday basis. What I should have done too is also put it in a background, maybe the gym in the background, and it just kind of ties your product together in the context that it will be living in now. So the 5 things that I really need to know before I begin a project is, number 1, the timeline. How long I have in order to work on this project. I need to know how long are they giving me. Since I've been doing it for a long time now, I kind of know how fast I work and the type of work that I can expect to produce within a certain amount of time. Okay, number 2 is cost. Money and time go hand in hand. So I need to know how much money they're expecting this product is going to be. $100 item, is it going to be $1,000 item? Is it going to be high end? If they tell me, oh, this is just going to be a very simple low budget product, I need to know this thing so it kind of narrows down the possibilities of what this project is going to be. If the competition, I need to know what are the other competitive products that are out there that they're looking at, that they think it's actually really good, that they might want to add in some features of that product into our product. I want to hear the things that they like about the competitors, the things that they don't like about the competitors, so that I know know what to do and what not to do. All of them are really important, but this is, to me, when it comes to what to expect as far as design, vision is the most important one. I want to know what the client, what the boss is expecting. Competitors really helps with that. It really tells me what they like and what they don't like about them. But I like to ask other things, such as their personal style, the different products that they like, certain things that other companies have done that they really admired. These are the things that I want to know in this vision kind of category. I really just want to narrow down what they specifically are expecting. Something that's very elegant and very beautiful and very glamorous, or something that's very bold and edgy and sporty and fast. A lot of the times they don't know, and that's a good thing to know too. If they don't know, then that means it's up to you to kind of contribute. And we all know that a product can go in every single direction. It can be bold, it can be subtle, it can be very trendy. And my philosophy is that you need to be a really good listener. Hear the things that are in between the lines so that you can increase your chances of success by giving the person what they're exactly looking for, or maybe even more. Alright, so the fifth thing, guys, is the deliverables. So you need to make it clear on what you're going to be showing your client or your boss the next time you see them. 3 concepts. I'll be providing you 5 concepts. I'll be providing you some research. So it's just being really clear on what you will be giving them and showing them the next time you guys meet. It's good to kind of gauge how you feel when you leave the meeting for the very first time. When I leave feeling very motivated and excited, I know this project is going to be good. Woo! Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. There's actually one thing that I did forget to mention under the vision category is also who this product is going to be for. Is it a man or a woman or a dog? These are the things that I really like to know before I begin. For the fan, I got a cheat sheet. So these are going to be the things that we need to know before we design this fan. The very first thing that I want in this fan is for it to be multi-purpose. I don't want just a single fan only for a single purpose. I want it to be multifunctional. For the next requirement, it has to have 3 different speeds, okay? So that means it has to have some type of a interface in some way to where you can adjust the different speeds. It's gonna be priced a little bit higher end, okay? It's gonna be about $50, $49.99 to about $80. And so for the vision of this fan, guys, I want it to be very trendy. I want it to be more of a modern fan, not just something very traditional, what you would normally expect a fan to look like. It might be used for college students, someone that doesn't quite have a lot of space, or maybe just a young professional that needs a fan in their small studio or condominium. So those are the 4 requirements, guys, that I'm gonna need for this fan. We're gonna develop it a little more as we go. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe.
As you heard here in this video, what is most important, and you have in second day, we talk about what is our project, and you will see here. Wait a minute. We have my suggestion. What will be project, and how will we learn about product design, and the requirements are young nomadic influencers. That is the first one. And they want ecological and recycled materials. They protect the environment by using alternative renewable energy sources. That is the third. You have all requirements before your research making product design. And the task was design a portable, movable, eco-friendly, upcycle laptop mobile desk and add 5 new features, multifunctional. You have everything, and that is good start. And when you make all task what you made mind map research, you made mood board here, and we can go further. What we have from research, from my mind map, I said that is the woman. Wait a minute, okay. I will show like this, yes, and move this, yes, like this. And here you see what is on my mind map? I research where is the environment for women, young women, where she will take that my laptop, upcycle laptop table. It will be nature, somewhere in small villages, maybe where is no energy resource, maybe some beach, mountain, etc. And age 20 to 25, hobby, hiking, surfing, dancing. That is my profile of customer. And here is environment. And material, I want as a product designer, making something from bamboo. It's very fast growing wood and very eco-friendly material. Recycled textile, recycled plastic, plywood, try for serving I can use. It's no problem. It's excellent idea. And we have cardboard here. We have something making from cardboard. I know as a mechanical engineer that some movements, precision plastic, they shredding and recycle plastic. They forming recycled plastic in different shapes as some plate, some gadget, etc. There is their equipment, and I prepare some introduction. They have international community, and you can ask them that help to develop your idea. Oh, wow, amazing connection. I'm as a product designer, and I'm connecting with manufacturing precious plastic where they can make my plates for my upcycle laptop table. Amazing idea. Wow. And I will search what is the key problem. The key problem are small area of working, small storage of other devices, hub for other devices, extra battery or power bank, solar panel as a power, hanger, LED lights, etc. I want maybe not all, but most of them. And I see that upcycling plate here as my plate for my upcycle laptop table. I see how they produce the backpacker for with solar panel here. I see where is the um, devices with solar panel. You see here is the some telephone with okay, with media, with some media who made sources, energy sources from solar panel. And you see how it's LED lights under the table and very for your moments to spa moments, or for moments for not for working. That is not lights with here. Yeah, I see how I put some LED devices for some making photo for social media. Here you see the from laptop table, upcycle laptop table from wood, plywood. Here from cardboard, and I want connecting that information. Here on this picture, I research how the hikers have the solar panel for their devices in some mountain or nature, etc. And when I search the market, it's the price from $35 or $45 for this this laptop table. But I want here just upcycle. I want here to make upcycle from material eco-friendly like this, or cardboard using old boxes, etc. And put all that devices multifunctional inside. Here I have mood board. When I search the mood board, sorry, when I search the mood board, that was very interesting parts on the mood board. Did you see the shape of this table? It's very ergonomic. Here, it's interesting to my consumer here can be very useful. It's very natural shape for you and for using your devices here. And maybe some flowers, putting maybe vase or water, bottle of water. Maybe I made something for girls, girly laptop table. And you see, the girls wants to have a glass with some flowers, some pot with tea, etc. And that was that stuff I want to put in my product. And next, the homework of all of you was grow up your potential. Make more of research. That is in your head. You put from your head that information, and everything here, it's connecting with your future products, and you can make that is the consumer value proposition, and what is your as designer, what you give to consumer. And when you make this, and you will be much more prepared for other steps. Thank you for all of you who is participate, that your motivation. But from this motivation, I was thinking that is not motivation, that is only thank you, that is good idea, but nobody is here because nobody is making my stuff. Okay. And the next one, vision without action is just a dream. Action without vision is just a pastime. Vision, this is the vision. Your action can change the world. Passive participation in workshop doesn't bring the change. Here today, please pay attention for drawing during the process development. When we are making some drawing like here or like here, like child, it's not problem to be childish drawing, but here is the products. What is the function of that products? This is from IKEA. This leaf you can buy in IKEA store. You can buy and collect the fruits, and that was amazing. That was very new products with IKEA leaves for the children rooms. That is some children equipment in your house, and children make in children drawing, in children mind, they make. How can they collecting the fruits from the tree? It's no problem to be drawing like this. You must have idea in your head and put in the paper, on the paper. And here we will see what is the next motivation for you.
A lot of people like to see just the different ideas that you actually considered. They decided to sketch in red too, and personally I sketch in blue, so you don't always have to feel like you have to sketch in black. This is another great way too to show off your sketches, is to just take a picture of it at an angle and maybe just have your pen in there instead of just scanning it in like this example. But you know, either way works. It's really just up to you. And I really like this sketch right here because most people think that in order to draw a good sketch, you know, you got to kind of overcomplicate it and add a lot of detail, but this is really simple, straightforward. I can understand it right away. Being able to sketch well and quick is really about mastering how to draw the very basic geometric shapes, stuff like pyramids and spheres and cubes and cylinders. Because if you carefully observe products, most of them are based off of these forms. The general form of the product is based off of these primitive shapes. As you guys can see right here with these binoculars, it's literally just two cylinders drawn side by side with details added onto them. And again, I just want to reiterate because I don't really hear too many people talking about this when they're teaching industrial design sketching, which is you want to be able to draw them fast, but at the same time have your viewer, have yourself be able to understand them right away. That'll just make your sketch way better than something that's over designed or over sketched. Again, just another great example. Boom. When I look at this thing, I can understand it right away. So that should be your goal when you're sketching. So now with tablets and sketching apps, you don't have to draw with a pen and paper. You can do it digitally. And I think this is a great example. Again, it shows off the straight on orthographic views like I talked about. And I really like it too because you can just render in really quick, just like a marker, and it just adds so much more to the sketch. So this is a very standard way of showing off your sketches. You know, you just have a bunch of sketches, you scan them in, and you compose them all together. And it gives you a really cool looking page, but I gotta tell you guys, if you're gonna be doing it this way, it's gonna be very time consuming just because you gotta scan everything in, you gotta remove the background, and you gotta compose it all together. And the hardest part of this one is to just make the background completely consistent color. Kind of like this one here where they scanned everything and composed it. I like this one just because they have 3 different groups, kind of telling me that, oh, they design things in phases. And I liked how they render things every once in a while, kind of just showing that they're experimenting with certain ones, they're trying to explore ones a little bit further. So this here is just another simple digital sketch, but what I wanted to focus on was the industrial design style. What we tend to do is we like to draw the lines even past the object, and it just kind of adds a little more style to it, a little more emotion, and it's a great idea to develop your own style and stand out from the crowd of industrial designers, but always again keep in mind that the sketches is all about trying to be as clear as possible to represent your ideas. Just don't go too overboard with it, because that really defines the industrial design style versus, say, an artist or an illustrator. So since we're on the topic of style, I love looking at Sang-Won sketches, and you guys can see that there's a specific style to it. It's very expressive and emotional, but at the same time, you could still understand the forms and what the product is. And honestly, that's the main reason why I like looking at designer sketches over any other type of style, just because the designer and the sketcher has really considered the form and showing it off as clearly as possible. Just like what you guys see here, they also use contour lines to really help show off that form. Definitely something that you guys can use. So this sketch and presentation is actually very interesting to me just because, you know, it's very common for us to bunch in a ton of different sketches in a small area. And so how they were able to have things stand out or have the viewer kind of focus on a certain detail is that they kind of spotlighted the certain aspects of their sketches, which is, you know, definitely something that you guys can also do. So I'm going to wrap it up right there, guys, but sketching is such a huge topic in industrial design, so there's probably going to be a part 2 and a part 3. Main thing I wanted you guys to take away from this video is to crush that idea of trying to draw a pretty picture. That's not going to make you a good designer. You know, you're totally missing the point if that's what you're trying to do. Sketching is such an incredible way to be able to show off your ideas in a very fast and quick way, you know. It's kind of like when somebody writes something down to figure out their thoughts. You're trying to sketch your ideas out, trying to figure them out, work through your designs, figuring out what's it going to look like, how's it going to work. All right, guys, if you like this video, definitely hit that thumbs up button. Also leave a comment down below if there's any other thing you'd like me to talk about. Definitely.
And because of that, you must warm up your hand. And because of that, you must work every day, not just listening, because industrial designer and product designer work every day. They have practice every day. They sketching in the tram, they sketching in the in waiting room at school. They sketching all the time. They have a lots of papers of the sketching. And here, wait a minute. Yes. Here. Oh, I think, okay, sorry. I click some other buttons. Here, we have a make sketch of the project, revealing its essence. Seek a color decision, properly balance the composition. We speak in visual elements. Display any shape and material that we research the market, and create bright and expressive sketches. And you must sketch every day, not just at I will start next Monday. Convey information to the viewer, show the color scheme of the project. We made the color scheme in mood board. that can be inspire your sketches. That is connection. From mood board, you have colors, etc. You coloring that squares, you have idea which squares are matching, and you have growing up. Wow, that is good connection in my simple sketches, and I will use in my new products. And that was all connection, that small parts you connected. And show the general structure, appearance of the object, choose informational and artistically conventional viewing angle. And that was important. Conventional viewing angle, we will point at that today in today webinar. Compose a presentation video, because you don't make your work, wakelet are empty. And in Friday, I will show all my products from my students. I have approximately 50, 70 products they made, and I will show you what they made in 3 days. I make the same workshop, 3 days multiply 5 hours, and they made the same step of this. Here we made in 5 days. In Croatia, I made in 3 days, and they made 50 around. I will show you, and the not good one, I will show you that, but not everything. I have 70 products here on upcycle laptop design. And the next one is, yes, I think that is very, very good.
Hi, my name is Jay Park. I am a product design director at High Sierra Sport Company. Since I work in an in-house design department, I thought I can show you guys my design process and things to communicate with designers and our overseas factories. A project usually takes about 8 months to a year, but I'll make this short and then break it down to 5 steps. So step 1 is a concept stage. Once I receive a project from the sales and the marketing team, I will start sketching concepts. At this time, I'm not thinking about production limitations. These are just blue sky ideas. Actually, there's a one step before step 1, which is a project research, but we'll skip that part. So before I start the drawings, I usually use the backside of used paper to warm up by drawing a bunch of ellipses and circles. When you work for the in-house design department, there's a good chance that you might not be drawing for weeks and months sometimes. You could be working on specifications, writing emails to factories all day, or traveling overseas. So it is important to warm up and try to bring your drawing muscle memory back. So once I'm warmed up, I use a 11 by 17 size paper, or even bigger size paper, and a felt tip pen to start drawing. I use a larger size paper so I can lay down many concepts as possible on one page, and I want each idea to be very different. Oftentimes I draw perspective lines and boxes first. I will start the drawings by using thin lines, and I'm not that afraid to make mistakes at this time. If I do make mistakes, I can always come back with the darker lines to finish. I'm just sketching to see if my ideas could work in real life anyways. A key point for me when I'm sketching is that I'm a right-handed person, and it's natural for me to create curved lines or straight lines that goes from left to right, and using my elbow as a pivoting point. So I rotate the paper a lot, so I don't have to fight my natural motion. The sketches are very loose and mistakes are everywhere, but that's okay, since the main purpose for these drawings is for me to communicate my ideas with other designers. For example, marketing department communicates with their customers by using words, and the accounting department uses numbers to communicate. And designers, we use drawings to communicate. So simply, drawing is a tool that we can use to communicate with other people. We have a 10-people design department, and we show our drawings and ideas to each other like every day. You don't have to have a perfect sketches. Just, chances are you will most likely revise your drawings and ideas after a meeting or talking to other designers anyways. But the one thing that I have to keep in mind is that people react to your drawings first, and then they will look at your ideas. So if there's something wonky going on with your drawing, or if the perspective lines are incorrect, people will focus on those mistakes instead of your ideas. So even though I said that concept sketches can be very loose, I will try to make them somewhat presentable. So once I am done with step 1, I will try to pick my favorites and then move to step 2. So step 2 is my design variation stage. So once I review the first concept sketches with other designers, I will make variation sketches based on my favorite concepts. Sometimes I will freehand those variation sketches, or I will use a computer to make more options. The main difference between the step 1 and step 2 is that step 2 variation drawings are not that different from each other, since these are based on selected concept, and just small tweaks are made to narrow down the concepts. And I'm also working on potential components and materials that I can use for the production during step 2. So once I select like 2 or 3 final concepts from step 2, I will move to step 3. Step 3 is a final presentation. I will make more refined renderings so I can present them to upper management or our buying team. So once I have a green light to move forward with the production, I will move to step number 4. Step 4 is a specification. This is where I use my drawings to communicate with our overseas factories. And these are engineering drawings with orthographic views, detailed specs, and components list. So after these drawings are sent to our overseas factories, about 2-3 months later, I will get to see our sample. So sample is a step number 5.
That was our today task. How to draw and what is the rules,
Welcome back to another Industrial Design Fundamentals.
What is the rules and what you are most important to put in your drawing. It can be from child design. It's no problem. But if you don't put any information for producer, for here, you see, that is components of travel lights. And here, if we read that design here, you will see come in 4 different colors. Bendable neck, okay. 2 in 1 phone charger you can have here, and that is holder for your lamp. Here, how you connecting removable piece with magnets. You see, here is the magnet, and you have any explanation how the products works. Do you know how old is this product designer? 11 years. That girl goes to 7th grade, and she made that in 3 days. That is amazing. She have a power to sketching, to research, to make all this in 3 days. Excellent. And she think with all different resources. How can make this? 2 ways of charging, with solar panel and your plug and play in walls. And designing it's for trips, camping travels. That is like a octopus leg. You see, that is meaning of octopus leg. Cable clip, you have the cable clip here to clip for your some plywood or plate. You can clip that your round piece of your lamp. And that is amazing, so simple and so nice for produce. It's not that complicated. And that is only 11 years old girl. Amazing. And because of that, please start now. But if you don't have research, something like this, if you don't have research like mood board, like mind map, you don't have any information what is on the market, how you will, from which material, where it will be used, and you cannot make sketching because you will lose the way from your sketching, from idea to your customer. The customer is important. Who is your customer? What is his problem? How can you help him? That is important part. That is that information requirements, what you need to design. You're not designing for yourself. You design for others. That is all we made in the first day. And here you see, you must draw how the products work, how you use that all stuff. Here this pocket for the lock for your bicycle. You see, that is the pocket for lock of the bicycle, and it can be the backpack or the bag, side bag. And you see, all of these have information, writing information here, sketching, what is different lines used, etc. And here you see how it's that back page using on the field. That is environment. You must draw all this. And if you don't make research, you can make this. Because in research, you have a lots of new information. Nada, ask me for the picture. Yes, in that mind mapping, I see where is the environment my customer will use my laptop table. What is the material? How I made this? When you research internet and the stuff and the magazine and the newspapers and different sources, you'll find a lots of idea and put in your drawing and see in your prototype it is working. And that is the process of product design. If you don't make, just listen, that is not making the change. Here we have how the products works, buttons, switches, details, movements. You must explain to everybody. You see, that is not fine art making of the hand. You don't be the painter. You just need to good drawing. What is your line? You see how smooth, how continuous, fluid line are there. Because of that, you must practice graphomotorics line. And you must think about that is not only one function, your product. You always put more because your customer, it will be more pleasure. They will take your multifunctional devices because it's multifunctional, small price, upcycle, multifunctional, and you will be the first choice when they buy. And we have a next how you draw. You draw not just how you handling, how it's in environment use that product. You must explain what is disassembling design. What part is in your product? What is everything inside and how you connecting? That was disassembling design. We call in product design explode design. In technical design, I will show everything about that information. And now maybe at home, but I don't think just right now. Exercise. What? Wait a minute. You will exercise. You will make your drawing like explode your upcycle laptop table and all function what you need in the smallest details. Please, that is our today task. Just take the pencil and like this. Here we have task second, B. You see, the B task is, please, can you draw the pencil near around you? If you don't understand how you will draw the laptop table, you can only put all these parts away and everything. Please, can you draw on the paper with the pencil? It's simple. It's very simple. It's not very heavy task for you who are watching our workshop. You can make all this, and that is our second task. First task, please, can you make on A3 paper? On A3 paper, please, can you sketches what is your table? What is inside? Where is the hole? Where is the hub? What material have? Do you put the LED lights here, etc.? Maybe you have the different shapes, like peanut butter. Maybe it will be round. Maybe it will be rectangle. What color you will use? And where is the solar panel? Maybe on the legs you will put the solar panel here, solar panel here. Maybe it will be power bank here in one leg. And you will understand your design and connecting with research when you put on the paper. And that was our today task, to draw your idea after research, after mind board, mind mapping, and after what is your consumer needs, what she needs. Thank you, Nada. Thank you. That is the first task to drawing, to get motorical, graphomotorical, draw your pen. And now you can make on one paper what is your vision of that table. It can be, I will show you it Friday, 50 of them, how amazing they are prototyping. They make all this process from mood board, mind mapping, research, etc. And they made products, and they have technical and technology document what is everything need for produce. What we need in technical drawing, standards. All world, if you want something produced, we have standards, because we have the measurements, the same in the Europe, the same in the India, the same in Australia, Africa, America. We have agree what is 1 meter, what is 1 centimeter, what is the rules of drawing, what is the presenting one line, one broken line, what presenting if I draw something like this, if I draw something like this. We have the rules. We have the rules how we draw, where I put the draw from top of view, front of view, back side view. That is not just putting on the paper just like this, because somebody after our design, somebody must produce after our vision and must know what is the measurement and what is the function of that parts. And we have technical communication. What is the paper size? We have standards for the lines, for lettering, project methods, projection method, yes, projection method, and everybody in the world agree, and they have what makes the schraffur, linen, tolerance, projections method. Here you see what we put here in that table, yes. And we have everybody can search in internet what is the meaning for this line, what is the meaning of light line like handwriting, what is the meaning of the broken line like this, and what is the thickness of that line. Everything of this designer must know, because the producer who will produce your product, this prototype, must understand what you are drawing, and that is important. And now, what is the view? You see in that YouTube video, or lots of viewing, but if we agree on world scene, what is the top view? Wait a minute, the top view here, B is here, top view. From the top we are making here. From down, if we are looking from down, we will put here. Front view, it's here. Everything is explained. And everybody, if somebody from India, Australia, or Malaysia, or Russia looking something, they know where it is on the real product. And they can produce the same stuff. If we don't have the standards, we will make some big mistakes. And because of that, we have standards. And wait a minute. Yes, we agree something first angle, third angle. First angle is projection in Europe, maybe in Russia, the shore, and in India is third angle, or maybe Malaysia. In America is in UK was third angle. What is the difference? You see, we have front view, that is side view. You see here, we have, we can make from this view, if everybody drawing like this, we can produce product something like this, red. If we don't have agreements, standards, and rules, we will make something different, and we can assembling that parts. We can use that parts, and that is most common mistake in drawing and producing connections. Sorry. No, sorry. Because I have here something to show. We must know the standards of designing, the standards of mechanical engineering, and because of that, we can communicate it in all world. I can produce something with Indian colleagues because we have the same standards, and because of that, we can make something in design in Europe, making in China, assembling in India, and we can sell that product. And because that, we must, all of us must knowing the standards. Here's beautiful example. What is missing if we don't understand this standard?
Let's get straight to the point. Today, we're going to be talking about what is GD&T. Now, if you're in the mechanical design or manufacturing world, chances are you've heard of GD&T, maybe from a classmate, a professor, a coworker, or maybe even your boss. Either way, you're wanting to know more about GD&T. Well, first things first, before we can really grasp what GD&T is, we first need to understand a few critical concepts. Now, the first concept we need to understand is this: parts are not really useful by themselves. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, parts are useful? Of course they are. That's why we design parts. That's why we manufacture parts. What do you mean? Well, here's what I mean. Let's take this piston, for example. Let's say I take this piston by itself and just hand it to you. Is that piston by itself really useful? No, it's not. Same thing for this connecting rod and this wrist pin. It's not really useful by itself. So the next concept we need to understand then is this: parts are typically put together with other parts to make a useful assembly. Now, what do I mean by this? If we took that piston, that connecting rod, and that wrist pin, all by themselves are not very useful, but if we put them into this assembly, now all of a sudden we have something useful. We could then take this useful assembly, put it into a larger engine assembly, take that larger engine assembly, and put it into an even larger vehicle assembly, and now that vehicle, as an assembly of parts, is now useful to us. So again, parts are typically put together with other parts to make a useful assembly. All right, the last thing we need to understand: traditional dimensioning and tolerancing that we're all used to seeing and using does not guarantee your parts will fit and function at the assembly level, which is where your parts are really useful. Okay, so there's some glaring gaps in traditional dimensioning and tolerancing. Traditional dimensioning and tolerancing, like what you might see on this drawing here, it only gives individual part and individual part feature information. It does not tell you how this part fits at the assembly level. Traditional dimensioning and tolerancing doesn't tell you how this part functions at the assembly level. So there's some gaps in traditional dimensioning and tolerancing that we need to address. So with that, we need to ask ourselves, if traditional dimensioning and tolerancing has some gaps, how can we dimension and tolerance parts in a way which guarantees they will fit and function at that assembly level? How do we do this? By using GD&T. All right, so that's what we use GD&T for, but you're probably still asking yourself, what is GD&T? Well, number one, it's a system, and it's a system of dimensioning and tolerancing mechanical parts. Number two, it's a system, and it's a system that's more powerful than that traditional dimensioning and tolerancing that we're all used to seeing and using on our drawings. How is it more powerful? Well, it's more powerful because it's a system which allows you to know with 100% certainty that your parts will fit and function at the assembly level. Number four, it's a system. So of course, with any system, we need to learn some vocabulary, understand some definitions, follow some rules, and then once we do those three things, we can then start to apply symbols, predefined symbols, to the face of our drawing to help start to convey our design intent for our parts and our part features. And these are some typical or common symbols that you'll see within the GD&T world right here. All right, the last note here. It's a system, but it only works if everyone involved agrees to use the same system. What do I mean? Well, the design people, the engineering people, the manufacturing people, such as the machinists and the inspectors, they all have to agree to use the same system. If a sports game happened, but the teams couldn't agree to the rules, you'd never have a successful game. All right, so it only works if everyone agrees to the same system. So where do we get this agreed upon system that we call GD&T? Well, we get it from the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, or ASME. They published this system as a standard, which you see right here. All right, so we get it from them. It's a standard, but you'll notice on this standard that you don't see the term GD&T anywhere. How come? Well, it turns out GD&T is actually a slang term for this official title, which is called ASME Y14.5 Dimensioning and Tolerancing. So this thing we've been hearing about called GD&T is really slang for this standard right here from the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. All right, let's now look at a practical example. I have this pretty simple assembly. I have a top part and I have a bottom part, and I've got this hardware holding it all together. Now in this assembly's assembled state, this is what it would look like. Now I want you to notice a few things in this assembled state. First thing, we've got this interface or mating surface right here, that flat surfaces where those parts come together. I have another interface or mating surface right there where this top part sits against this ledge. And then I have a third interface or mating surface right there where this part also slides over and sits against that ledge. Another thing, if I was to take a slice of this assembly and look at a section view, it would look just like this. Now you'll notice in this section view, I've got a critical assembly feature. What I mean by that, this extruded boss must fit inside this bore. If it doesn't, these parts will not come together. They will not fit and function properly at the assembly level. So I've got this critical assembly feature and these interface or mating surfaces that we want to look at. So now let's look at the top part. This is some common views you might see on a drawing for this top part. I've got my top view and I have my side section view. You'll notice I do have some traditional dimensioning tolerancing here and as over here as well to denote the overall size. But when it comes to that critical assembly feature, I'm also adding GD&T. By adding GD&T to this critical assembly feature, I'm guaranteeing that feature will fit and function properly at the assembly level. Also, I'm identifying those interface or mating surfaces on my drawing as well. Now this isn't all of GD&T, but this is a really brief introduction to the symbols that you'd put on your drawing and what you'd apply to your critical assembly features. And you can see the fully detailed drawings if you look in the description below. All right, really quickly, let's look at the bottom part. Same thing here, guys. I've got that critical assembly feature, which is that bore. And because it's a critical assembly feature, I'm applying GD&T to it. Again, I'm also identifying those interface or mating surfaces on my drawing as well. All right, so now we know what GD&T is, kind of real briefly how it's used. What are the benefits of using GD&T, or why should I use it? Well, number one, you can be 100% certain that your parts will fit and function properly at the assembly level. Number two, you're going to save time and money because you're going to reduce the number of design to manufacturing to test fit cycles that you have to perform because your parts are going to fit and function properly the first time around. The last one, you actually convey your design intent to the machinist, the inspectors, as well as the future designers who inherit your drawings and your designs. So if the machinist, inspectors, or these future designers pick up your drawings, they can see your GD&T, and right away they'll understand the fitment and the function you want at the assembly level, and they can get rocking and rolling and start to do their work. All right, those are the three big benefits of GD&T. However, guys, number two, that's your big one. That's your selling point right there. You're gonna save time and money. All right, that's the benefits of GD&T. One more time, what is GD&T? GD&T, it's a system of dimensioning and tolerancing mechanical parts, which allows you to know with 100% certainty that your parts will fit and function at the assembly level where those parts are actually useful. And it's a system from the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. All right, everyone, that's straight to the point. Thank you for watching.
Excellent.
A quick note of thanks to computer-aided tech.
Excellent explaining what is that tolerance, but I will say that we in Croatia, we have last 100 years, we know that, because that is not American innovation. We have DIN and ISO standards. I will show you here. And that is tolerance of geometric shape, form, and location, GSFL. Okay, that is in ISO, International Standard Organization, and Deutsches Institut für Normung, DIN and ISO, they are making connecting 1990s, but before we have DIN separately and ISO separately, but they all have that tolerance of geometric shape, sharp, and form and location. You see, that is the number. Everything is transparent. You can see from this, I will make bold and different color, and you will see if you search that, you can search the international standards, and they are made much more further before. And I will say here, you will see how it's different here in the middle. That is explaining the rectangle, the flatness, the concentric circles, etc. All these, you as designer, you must prepare for producer. You see here, we have assembling technical drawing. Here, that is technical drawing. Here is explode sketch by designer. But how you will fit your parts and your switches and your details, you must thinking before. Not made the loop, designing, machining, testing. Again, designing, machining, testing. When we change designer minds, please take a care about this tolerance, and you will produce much more better and quality. You see, we have on drawing sheet, we have some usual standard tolerance, you see, dimension and tolerance. We have cutting plane here, front view, side view. We have some border, we have some title. we have geometric tolerance. You see parallel. This is symbol of parallel, and the number is tolerance here, and here is the base A. You see the base A is here, tolerance number is here, and that is the symbol what we want from that shape form. Parallel. We need that this part must be parallel, okay, not parallel with that base A. And we have here one more connection with texture and with wait a minute, material, surface finish. We have here a technical drawing for the manufacturing, for producers. We need to explain what surface as designer we want. All this information is the technical drawing, documentation, and standards. And because of that, the good designer, the good product designer must have all that information, not just idea on the paper with tolerance, dimensions, specifications, information for others, how they can produce that. And we have small more. I said we have how you make the dimensioning, how you put your dimension in your drawing. We have we have standards of that. We have that tolerance of form and location. That is G, F, and L. That is that. We have in international standard that is not American, but he is good explanation. He was good in explanation. What is this? And we have all tolerance of shape, form, surface, roughness, etc. Here I want connect that video with my design. If I put something on my drawing, I must thinking about fitting. I must thinking about surface texture. I must thinking that geometric shape and form. That was that he is called he was called G. Sorry, big one. G, S, F, and wait a minute, and L. Yes, that is his acronym, and that is that circular intolerance like this. That must be circular, not oval. And all this information is important for manufacturing. If we don't have for our producer, worker on the machine, that information, our shape, our design is nothing to them. And that was important for product designer. He must think or she must think how it will produce that table from different materials. And we have here another, we are on the end, nada, we have only 4 slides. Don't worry, I will make on the time.
No, it's not a problem. No.
Let's get straight to the point.
The same.
Today, we're going to be talking about.
You see, G, D, and T. That is his. Wait a minute. The same. I will. He is. Do you understand now why he made that very important and why we must understand this? Because if we put in our assembling drawing like this, we put all the parts and we don't have that information. We can assemble different parts without that information. Tolerance. That is here. Assembling drawing, explore sketch. And we must thinking how it will produce, how will that connecting. You see here, how will connecting with rivets, maybe rivets here. You see that is the rivet. What is the dimension? What is the size of that hole, etc. What is the strength of that hole? What must be strength of that hole? You see, that locker is not light, that locker is very heavy, and you must think about how it will be possible to put that inside and not breaking. And that is important when you're drawing and understand this. Because of that, when you research, when you make all this coloring, texture, and what material you have, what is the manufacturing, what you think, how you can make that laptop table, what is the stuff, what you put in this, what is the extra functional you put on your table, and all this information developed your idea in design. And you must thinking about all of these, and don't miss how you will draw in your paper as golden section. It's beautiful for our eyes, and we just recognize, oh, that is very nice design here. And what is the information of our consumer? If he or she have a problem, she has a needs, special needs, and we will make for them everything. We will make as a magician that. And for that is no here, I think that is the, what is the precious plastic I want to show. That was amazing upcycling idea. I think so, that is here.
We are Precious Plastic and we don't like waste. So we made an entire plastic recycling workspace inside an old shipping container. It contains all the tools and machines to turn plastic waste into valuable things. Plastic is collected, shredded and turned into something new, all inside the space. This workspace can turn plastic trash into, let's say, beautiful bowls in any color, or strong wall grips. And with precise molds, it can make precise objects. Or simply make any wall more beautiful. Make beams and construct a big tower, or start small with a jewelry collection. This workspace can be set up all over the world, from cities to tropical beaches to the middle of a landfill. Plastic trash goes in, valuable items out. We share step-by-step instruction videos and all the technical drawings to build this workspace yourself. Open source, online, for free. Plus tutorials on how to make objects, a big community of helpers, plus an online marketplace to buy and sell products. So people from all over the world, like you, can set up a little recycle business, turning plastic waste into valuable things. Now you can set up a workspace like this yourself, anywhere in the world, and start recycling plastic. However, we're also aware it can be a bit overwhelming to set up something like this yourself. So we created a map where people can collaborate and find each other. Let others know you're ready to take action, whether it's promoting, funding, collecting, building, helping, selling. At all fronts, help is needed. Add yourself to our map, find each other and start. Oh, and make sure to spread this message around. It might not be you that wants to get started, but it could be your friend, family, neighbor. So let's make sure they know they can. Visit preciousplastic.com for all the information.
Did you see how it's connecting? I can connect my beautiful lady, woman digital nomad. She will buy my upcycled table from the waste of plastic. They will make in Precious Plastic community. They will make for me, for my design, the plate, and that plate I will put on that, you see here in this area here, you see that is the plate I will put as the for my upcycle laptop table. And that is my extra value of my table. I can put more high price because I take care about environment. I have a lots of SDG goals, 7 SDG goals, Agenda 2030. I put in my products because I developed my design with others who take care about earth. You see, that is the shredding plastics and forming like a plate. And I will produce, but I will make my dimensions and tolerance, etc. How I can put together, assembling and deliver to my woman digital nomad, who she will bring that table around the world and she will use my table. That is our task for today. Please, can you draw on 1A3 how you can see your table? Is it like a peanut, or just like oval, or maybe rectangle? Is it with legs, maybe like legs like this? Okay, maybe it is cushion under. Okay, what you will put? Maybe you will have hanger, hole for hanger here, etc. Dimensioning. What is dimension here? What is the size here? What is the thickness here? Okay, you will put maybe leads here. How let's show this is the leads here, like this. Maybe you put hole for the glass here. Maybe you will put here border for not your pencil doesn't go down, or your laptop you will standing here like this. Okay, and you will put here maybe what hub here for the other devices. Maybe hole for mobile. Here you will put mobile phone here. Maybe you will put something else. And that is your task for today. Be creative and connect your mind mapping, research the market, and connecting information and put at your paper. And please, can you share? We will have at Friday presentation, and we will collecting all your papers and make presentation of yours, of your products. But if doesn't nobody make something like this, I will share my students' works. Thank you. I'm finished for today.
Thank you. Thank you, Christina. Thank you for your great presentation, for your great workshop today. I'm really excited with this works and with this drawing and with this works in the to make, as you said, which is our table. What so that is the creating. That is a creation of ideas. That is the aim of our workshop, to make our brain to work and to have idea. So I'm now sitting and I have my laptop in front of me, but is it in a good position? Am I sitting on an ergon chair? Is my table good? There are many questions if we talk about that kind of table. So I have a picture on my table in my head, different, but I didn't have it yet. So everybody can make this work. And there are questions on the Facebook. And I said, yes, we still have 2 days, 2 workshops, and you can see the recording on the Facebook. And also International Internship University has our official channel on YouTube. Also, you can see there, and it's still not late. You can catch this tasks and finish it and make your presentation at Friday.
Friday.
Yes,
Maybe you can see I just connecting. That is today's work from my students. He made presentation and he made all that research in Wakelet. I will show in the Friday, but did you see very similar? And that is the plate of the woods you see here. And here is for the mobile phone. Wait a minute, my mobile phone you can put here my mobile phone. Here is for post-it or your something gadget here, and you can put here the glass. You can put glass here like this. Do you understand? And your laptop, you can make like this. That my students bring today. But you can make like this laptop here, or other students make like a desk here. You understand? Multifunctional. It's very simple, but maybe small minus how I will bring these three pieces. How will I connect try
Wakelet link in the chat.
Okay.
We need the Wakelet link so people will try to make something. These are the advantages of vocational education.
Yes.
This is yes, you have many secondary schools, but I think that only these things you can make if you are going in a vocational school, and like this like industrial engineering latest, because this is a combination between mechanical engineering and economy. Industrial engineering is in the middle of that. So vocational school is necessary for this kind of working shops for production. You see what Christina is making with her students, and see tomorrow at Friday a tree which we will put in the bin. It is a tree, eco tree, and many other projects. So today, what to say? Amazing workshop, again, really unique, and again by IIU. Our wonderful Christina Schaller take her valuable time and show us her thoughts, so her works, and she is really friendly. Please do this work. Be with us tomorrow and Friday. It is still not late to join this workshop. So we want to thanks again to our great IIU team, to a person who is behind the success of today's event, to our co-founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit. Thank you for giving us this great platform. Also, today, I want to show something very important, and also for our education. IIU has a new TV.
On behalf of IIU, launch of IIU TV, International Internship University has come up with this new venture which emphasizes on providing the supplementary methods to enhance the teaching and learning. Enjoy.
Bună ziua, numele meu este Adam Lavinia din Timișoara și doresc să vă invit alături de noi pe IIU TV să